Hi everyone, I'm David Griffin.
I'm Michael Medina.
We're going to bring you this week's review of Arrow, season 2, episode 3, Broken Dolls. Now I want to say serial killers be damned because we got to get to the end of this thing. Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul, however you say his name, is in the show. Spoiler, he's in the show. I don't care. I mean, the serial killer's great. It's a nice little side story.
Yeah.
We got to get to the meat of this. Let's talk about Ra's al Ghul coming in here. What's up with that?
That was really cool and totally unexpected. I did not see that
League
coming.
of Assassins.
It would explain Black Canary's training for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love. First of all, we've seen already what she can do and
Right.
stuff like that. I liked how they did the sonic screen that she has. She had that little device that kind of shot that. I thought that was pretty cool. But totally. Like I was blown away. Like we were both watching. Like what?
I was just like, what? Saw that ninja guy. I thought it kind of looked like Merlin's dad.
That's who I thought it was.
Maybe Merlin's dad came back from the dead, even though he had something sticking out. Maybe he's still
Yeah.
alive, but it's not that. But I hope that we're going to get some backstory now
Oh, they
with
have
Black
to.
Canary. Like, we're having flashbacks with him on the island in his training. I hope we get some flashbacks with her too.
Absolutely. And like I don't know how you felt, but I know this is probably my favorite episode so far.
Yeah.
The season's young, but I mean I really like this season. This episode was really enjoyable.
I mean, that's the thing. The Arrow's always got great pacing, great action. It just always keeps moving. I mean, there's some other stuff you should probably go into too. I mean, of course, you have to look at the villain of the week. It's this guy, the doll maker. Toy maker. I thought the toy maker during this whole thing. That's more.
That's what I was thinking too, but it's like
yeah, it's a little different. I mean, serial killer. We got to see Laurel's dad, doing his cop thing.
Yeah, and I mentioned that I think this season so far is just very likable. At least
Right.
there were moments last season where I just want to punch him. He was
Right.
so annoying because he was just so wound up.
Yeah.
But this year he's just this season is very he's obviously working with Oliver.
Right.
He doesn't know he's Oliver, but he just seems more likable. He's just he wants to get the job done. He likes the fact that Arrow has told him that he's definitely trying not to kill.
Right. Yep.
He's trying to do things right and stuff. So he's working with him, and and he mentions too in the episode how he doesn't agree with his methods sometimes, but the fact that he gets results and he respects that, he appreciates that.
And it looks like Laurel is finally. Maybe not forgiven Oliver, but at least kind of come to a peace,
realization.
Look, it's not his fault that Tommy died.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So hopefully their relationship will. I don't know if we'll ever get back on track, but we'll see. I mean, how can anybody not see his face? I mean, he was in all that light shining up on him. She comes I thought she
he was
recognized
standing
him.
less than a foot away from
I
Laurel's
know, and
father.
she kind of looked like this. I was like, oh, she knows who he is. And then I'm like, no, you still didn't see him. And I mean, you're talking
too much mascara around the eyes and stuff. Totally.
they're walking through the hall, and Laurel's dad's right there, and he's right here. I'm like, you can't see his face, really? It's like you don't know who that is with his little voice, he's got his Batman. They're really doing the more Batman thing this year. I mean, they're meeting on rooftops in the night with his deep voice. He is Bruce Wayne. He is Bruce Wayne. He's Batman.
Really, but you know what? They pull it off.
They do pull it off.
I enjoyed every
works.
second
It
of
works.
this
It works.
episode. It's fun. I just feel like the show's getting better, and that's a good thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just it's progressively every single episode, just a little bit more. And I'm cool with this particular episode being kind of like a villain of the week. You know what I mean?
Fine,
I thought that it worked.
Yeah.
It was a darker tone.
Right.
With the way he would basically kill his victims and turn them into porcelain dolls.
It's crazy. I mean, I like that too. Even if there is a villain of the week in the show, it always moves the story along.
Absolutely.
Some shows struggle with that, like Monster of the Week, Villain of the Week, Episode of the Week, and they don't always move the story along. This show always moves the story along, which is something I always appreciate. So it's another great episode. I mean, I guess we just talk, about Oliver's mom going to court, little threat of the death penalty. It's not good for her, but she's all ready to die. She's like, look, I accept my fate. She's ready to die, but that's not going to happen.
Well, especially Thea. Thea's not having any of that. She's just constantly in her mom's corner, which is cool because obviously you saw there were some ups and downs with that relationship and stuff. We also had Roy Harper.
Yeah, his first mission. Yeah.
Yeah, did a pretty good job.
Yeah, he did. He got knocked out, but I mean, granted, if you're getting taken down by a woman who's worked with the, Ra's al Ghul,
League of Assassins.
League of Assassins. I mean, you can't mess with her. So that is probably the most significant, I think, storyline in this. It's just so crazy that they're bringing. I mean, I don't think we're going to see Bruce. I would love it. I know we're going to get a Flash story eventually. But
I'm kind of happy that they're at least tying into the Batman universe, because that's kind of again, like I mentioned before about Smallville and stuff like that was one of the things that I always wanted to see some Batman. It's but at least they're, really expanding the DC universe, which is great.
I thought the only thing that was a little bit off with this episode, it's not bad. I mean, it's just the island stuff I think was too quick. They would flash to the island, you see him and Deathstroke doing their thing, and they flash back, and they're under attack, and they flash back, and they're attacking. Now we know they're locked up in a boat. And I'm sure they do a good job. They're going to explain the whole story, but it's just it was almost too quick. Like I could never feel like I get settled in with the island scenes.
I felt like there were some flashbacks that almost seemed a little unnecessary. There was a scene where you see Deathstroke and Oliver, they're walking on the side of that mountain, and he's talking about how, like, you know, you can't really grow too attached to people, and he falls. And I mean, I get what they were trying to say and stuff, you know, but at the same time, it was one of those quick little flashbacks, and it just seemed like it wasn't really necessary, you know?
And we'll see what happens with Deathstroke. You saw his hands, like, my hands are on fire, you know, so hopefully he's okay. We'll see what happens. But, another great episode this week, you know, we'll see where it goes. I mean, please share your thoughts with us. What do you think with the whole League of Assassins, you know, and Al Ghul and all these, like, what's going to happen with that? That's really cool. I'm so happy Black Canary's in it. So as always, you know, come chat with us at thinkhero.com. You can also find us on YouTube on this YouTube channel here, which is Think Hero Pro. We're also on Twitter here. If you want to come chat with Dennis, Michael, and myself, we're at Think Hero. Personally, I'm at Griffin DE.
And I'm at Mr. Michael Alexis.
You can also find us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/ThinkHeroFans.